to cut my way out. Trying to cut my way out.
So one of the things I've always wondered, just with the whole Philly thing, I follow Black Thought is one of my favorite rappers. Benny Siegel at his height is one of my favorite rappers, and just the style, AI, with the 76ers back to Julius Erving and, Moses Malone. I've always noticed, being a barber and even young, being fond of just the industry in and of itself, that beards were always big for black men in Philly, right?
Well,
I
like
always
I
felt
said,
like it was the capital of the black men's
it,
beard. Tell
it,
me a
it
little
really
bit
it
about
really
that.
is like, Philadelphia is a big Islamic community as well.
Okay.
So have like the Sunnah beard. So you
Mm,
got pop culture, your freeway wearing his beard. You
okay.
know, I'm practicing Muslim as well. So you have that. You have hip hop culture. You remember Teddy Pendergrass?
Absolutely.
Teddy was like probably the first person I can believe the beard,
Right.
and he put that on a platform that was before its time.
Right.
He singing and having this nice beard, and the women, they used to throw their their panties on the stage.
Yes, sir.
Man, you know what I mean?
Right.
I have heard the stories about that. People that
Mm,
know him. Sound of Philadelphia. The people had their beards. Black men had their beards back in the day. The 60s and 70s. You know what I mean? And it just was just dominant.
that, yeah.
It's one of them things that just a cycle. It goes around.
Right. Right.
And it
Right.
came back. Now you
Right.
had in the 90s, you had Black Thought, which I was blessed to service, and start shaving
Right.
his beard up, and he started
Right.
rapping about it, and he just ignited the platform again.
Right.
And
Right.
then you got Freeway come around, he just
Right.
ignited it.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got Rick Ross before he got signed. He used to hang in Philadelphia with the major figures.
Okay.
He took a little bit wherever when he was ultra talented, but he took pieces wherever he went. He started wearing his beard real heavy, and he just made it he just made it like a mascot, man.
Right.
He rap about his beard. Dark skinned brother.
Right.
And he just loved his beard, man. I had like I said, I had a opportunity to service him before.
Right.
Like I said, I have a nice story career that I myself have taken part of and also engineered it.
Right. Okay. So another thing when I think of history, and it was several years ago, I used to follow Davita, the Clipper Queen.
Yeah,
And
she's from Philadelphia. Her and Gerald, they were married at the time.
Absolutely.
And they kind of pioneered the black color, like the black dye.
Absolutely.
Dye
They had that
it was real
chromatone.
big, the pencils and the spray, and they took that and they went to Atlanta with it down south. And,
okay, so they took it there because I remember
they went down Atlanta with it and did really well with that.
Okay, because I had a conversation with her one time. I called, I'd ordered some, and that was years ago. And she was kind of telling me, its origins for her and her husband. And so, was that something that you would say was kind of pioneered there? And what's your outlook on enhancements?
That, like I said, enhancements with the color, definitely influenced by Philadelphia from the beginning. Because before that, people used to use the black stick, like the color. You know what I'm talking about? The black stick.
I think so.
Okay. Now, before the dye and stuff like that, people used to heat that up, make it hot with the blow dryer. To melt a little bit, you take like the beard and mustache wax. You take take a little brush, and you brush a little bit up into the outline, and you shape it up. So that started in Philadelphia.
Wow. Okay.
Then around that time, that's when the Beijing came.
Right.
Because you can move the Beijing around while it's wet.
Right.
Shape somebody up and put them under the blow dryer and rinse it out. You got the same stain that you put on your beard and your shape up.
Right.
And that became widely popular in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And it caught wildfire. Now this is before social media, so you didn't see it.
Right.
So we had one magazine that was out here that was called the Solid Gold magazine.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carlos Payne. You know, he was the first social media for barbers in Philadelphia and as well in the country and the world.
Okay.
You know, because he had a magazine. And like I said, you know, if you had a shop and if you're owner of the shop in the 90s, had bankroll, he put you in his magazine. And it helped showcase a lot of us. Because you know, we were getting calls before social media to my barbershop. You know, how do you do that shape up? How do you do that Philly point? How do you do this? How do you do that? People were physically calling on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot Philly, that point was synonymous with Philly as well. With
Philly point.
Yeah.
So Philly, I'm not a barber. I mean, I say that in every episode. So what's the Philly point exactly? Just the
Philly point, like the shape up here. And you shape and you go around. You put a nice sharp point at the end.
Right.
Okay.
Some people used to wear their beards.
Right.
They beard, so it'd be split.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And that's the Philly point.
Philly point, yes. Philly point.
Okay. You stunting on us. I like it.
Hey,
I mean, that's what you asked.
Solid.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
No doubt.
I love it.
You know,
like, yeah. That's what you're here to do. You're here to do that. You earned that.
That's what I'm here for.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the I Cut My Way Out podcast. If you want to see more of this clip, head to our YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast channels to check out more of this episode.